and welcome to this Desk Detox series where we're focusing on opening out the shoulders, the hips and waking up the legs after a long day of being at a desk. So today we're going to build on the foundations we've set for the last 3 weeks and working a little bit more into the strength and flexibility, working on the same sequence that we've done the last 3 weeks, again with a few more extensions. So today we're going to start seated on the mat. If this isn't comfortable, please do grab hold of a block, cushion or rolled up blanket. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders rolled back and down, away from the ears. Bringing the hands to the knees and gently closing your eyes. Finding stillness here. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Today we're going to do a pranayama practice called Visamavriti, where the inhale is half the length of the exhale. So for the first 2 rounds we will inhale for a count of 3 and exhale for a count of 6. And the last and final round we will inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 8. Sitting nice and tall, take a normal breath in to prepare. And a normal exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And coming back to normal breath. Noticing how your body feels. Sitting nice and tall, taking a preparing breath in and exhale, and inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And coming back to normal breath. For the next round, the inhale will be a count of 4 and the exhale a count of 8. Taking a preparing breath in and exhale, and inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And coming back to normal breath. Noticing how the body feels, calming and coming back to stillness. Rub your hands together, generate some heat, and hold them over your eyes, gently opening your eyes. Sitting nice and tall, inhale, arms come up, gaze comes up, and exhale, right hand to mat, left hand reaches over, side bend. Really focus here on opening out the chest. Inhale, both arms up, gaze up. Exhale, left hand comes to mat, right arm reaches, opening out the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand to mat. Inhale, lift. And exhale, left hand to mat. Inhale, lift. And hands come back to the mat. Exhale, chin drops to chest. Relaxing here for a moment, feeling the stretch down the back of the neck. Inhale, lifting chin and gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, drop your chin to chest. Inhale, lift the chin. And one more. Exhale, dropping your chin. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale here. And exhale, dropping the head over to the right. If you want, you can push the left hand away. Really deepen the stretch on the left side of the neck. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop your head over to your left shoulder. Pushing the right hand away if it helps. Inhale, lift. And exhale, other side. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Last one. And coming back to neutral, we'll come round onto all fours. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, toes untucked. Inhale, gaze comes forward, tailbone lifts and belly button drops down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin and lift up through the spine, pushing through the hands. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck tailbone, tuck chin. Keep going with your own breath. Inhale to gaze forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale to tuck. And coming back to neutral. Inhale, lift the right arm alongside the ear. Exhale, drop. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, drop. Inhale, left leg. Squeeze at the top. And exhale, dropping down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Exhale, down. Right arm, left leg, inhale. And squeeze and hold. And exhale, drop. Inhale, left arm, right leg, squeeze at the top and hold. This next round you can stay with this squeeze and hold, or if you can reach, taking hold of your left ankle with your right hand and pushing the ankle into the hand, arching through the spine. One more breath. And release. Inhale, left arm, right leg lift. Take hold of the ankle if you can reach, or take hold of a strap if it will help to reach, opening out the left shoulder and the right hip. Really pushing the leg into the hand here, pushing the ankle into the hand. Release without pinging the leg. Coming back with control. Tucking the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs here. Stretching through the backs of the legs. Lifting high on the feet. Stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Drive the heels down and stretch through the backs of the calves. Long through the back of the neck. Lovely straight line from your wrists to your tailbone. Bending deep into the knees, lift on the toes and lift the tailbone high as you drive the legs straight. Inhale, gaze between the hands, stepping forward. Forward fold, nice and heavy over the thighs. Take hold of your elbows here. And let the torso be heavy. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Bring the weight into the heels. Let the torso be heavy. And releasing your arms, rolling the vertebrae up one at a time. Really tuck the tailbone as you come up. And the last thing to come up is your head. Standing tall. Roll shoulders back and down. We're going to do 3 rounds of Sun Salutation B here. We've done this for the last 4 weeks. So the first one I'll do a little bit more cueing, and the last 2 I will just call out the pose. So inhale, lifting the arms, sitting down into chair. Exhale, forward fold, bent knees, folding over the thighs. Inhale, flatten the back, straighten the legs. Bringing the hands again to knees, shin, ankles, feet, floor, wherever you can reach. Exhale, big step back, high plank, and you can lower the knees for this first one. Weight comes forward, elbows tucked, lowering down all the way to the floor. Lifting up into your cobra here. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, hands back to mat, high plank. You can lower your knees again for this one. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, hands come to a mat, high plank. See if you can stay up for this one. For our first full chaturanga, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Inhale, both feet step forward, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting arms up into chair. And exhale, come to standing. Round 2, inhale, sit down chair, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg, high lunge. Exhale, hands to mat, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, chair. Exhale, come to standing. Last round, inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot, high lunge. Exhale, high plank. chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high lunge. Exhale, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, come to standing. Finding some stillness here. Hopefully the heart rate's increased a little bit here. We're all warmed up. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward and drop the left heel, arms up, coming into warrior one. Really squeezing through the glutes here, opening out that left hip, driving your left heel back. Clasping the hands behind the back. If you can't quite reach, you can take hold of the elbows. That's absolutely fine. Opening out through the chest and hinge from the hips, humble warrior. Releasing the hands, or if you want to challenge keeping them bound, we're going to lift off the left foot and come into our warrior three here. Really focus on squaring off through the hips. And bend into that right leg if you need a little bit more support with your hamstring. If you need to release your hands, you can also grab hold of a block, helping with balance, or bring the hands alongside the body. Exhale, we're going to drop the back foot to the mat, and inhale, lift it back up, squeezing through the left glute. And exhale, drop. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Last one, exhale, drop. And inhale, squeeze and lift. Big step back, keeping high on the toes. We're going to come up into our high lunge. Again, clasping the hands behind the back if they're not already. Opening out through the shoulders, coming into your crescent lunge, arching back. Release the hands. Both hands come to the mat. Inhale, coming back, downward facing dog. And switching side, left leg comes forward, drop the right heel, inhale, warrior one. Squeezing through those right glutes and driving the right heel into the mat. Hands come behind, clasping them the opposite way round, the way that feels a bit weird. Opening out the shoulders and hinge from the hips into humble warrior, lifting the hands up if you can. Release the hands, or if you want to challenge yourself, lifting the right foot off the mat, coming into warrior three. If this is too much, bringing the hands alongside the body. Gonna exhale, drop the right foot to the mat. Squeeze the glutes, inhale and lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, drop. And inhale, lift and squeeze. Right foot steps all the way back, arms lift up, high lunge, inhale. And once again, clasping the hands behind the back. Opening out the chest, crescent lunge. Can you sink any lower? Release the hands, frame the front foot and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. And exhale, opening out the hip, using the weight of your right leg to open out here. Either staying here, or if you want an extension, Coming even further round, right foot drops, the right toes drop to the mat, and the right arm lifts. Coming into your wild thing. And hold. Right hand comes back to the mat, right leg lifts, 3-leg dog. And exhale, right knee comes to right elbow. Inhale, come back up and lift. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. And exhale, right knee to nose and squeeze. Hold here. Then step your right foot through. Lower your left heel and wheel the arms up. Warrior two. Strong through the legs here. Sinking a little bit lower. Flip the right hand, inhale, lift up, reverse warrior. Exhale, reach the right arm forward and down, extended side angle. Inhale, lift the right arm back up and over. And exhale, driving forward, extended side angle. 2 more with your breath. Inhale to lift. Really strong through the legs here. Exhale, come back forward. Inhale to lift. And exhale, coming back forward. Inhale, coming up. Straighten through the right leg. Heel toe, the left foot in. Reach the right arm away and then down, coming into triangle here. Really focus on opening out through the chest, lifting the left arm up to the ceiling. Squeeze through the right glutes, holding here. And inhale, coming back up, toes pointing to the outer corners of the mat, rolling the shoulders back and down, standing tall. We're going to inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, dropping down into goddess here. Remembering to tuck the tailbone, drive the knees out, and keeping the shoulder blades squeezed and strong. A challenge here, lift the right heel, and exhale, drop it down. The other foot, inhale, lift the left heel. Exhale, drop it down. 1 more round, inhale. Right heel lifts. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, left heel lifts. And exhale, drop it down. And coming back up. Feet parallel with the top of the mat. Shoulders roll back and down. Hinge from the hips, forward fold. Hands come to the floor or grab a block. And the goal is to bring the hands between the feet in line with the heels. Inhale here. And on your next inhale, can you sink any deeper into this stretch? Without coming up, bend into the right foot, coming into Skandasana. Left toes rise. Either staying high on your right toes or dropping the right heel down if you can, and bringing the hands to heart center. Release the hands to the mat. Switch sides, right toes lift. And coming into Skandasana on the left side. Challenge yourself here, see if you can stay low without the hands coming to the mat. again coming to the left side. Hands come to the top of the mat. Inhale, left leg rises. And bringing it back to the mat. Taking a vinyasa here. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. And use the weight of the left leg to open out the hip. And you can either stay here, trying to bring the gaze to look at the left leg, or you can keep dropping it down all the way to the floor, lift the left hand, coming into your wild thing. Really pushing through the hips, squeeze through the glutes. And coming back, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg lifts. And exhale, left knee to nose, and hold here, arching through the spine. And stepping through, drop the right heel, wheel the hands up, warrior two. Sinking low. Checking the knees not dropping in. Inhale, flip the left hand, reaching up and back, reverse warrior. And exhale, reaching it forward, down into extended side angle. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, reaching forward. Keeping those legs lovely and strong. Trying not to move them, driving through the legs to help your body move. Last one, inhale and lift. Straighten the left leg, heel toe the right foot in. Reach the left hand forward and then down into triangle. Again, opening out through the chest, really driving the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And squeeze through the left glutes here. Breathing here. And inhale, coming up. Again, toes pointing to the outer corners of the mat. Wide stance, 45 degree. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, goddess. Tucking the tailbone. Lift the left heel. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, drop. Left heel and drop. Right heel and drop. Challenge here, lifting both heels, finding your balance, drop and coming up. Feet parallel with the ends of the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down and hinge from the hips. Forward fold. This time taking your index finger and middle finger around the toes if you can. Elbows nice and wide, pulling yourself down. Bending into the right leg, left toes rise, Skandasana. Again, challenge yourself, hips stay low, switch sides. And again, switch sides. And last one, bending into the left leg. And coming all the way to the mat in a seated position. We're going to face the right leg and do the leg lifts once again, really squeezing at the top. We're going to do 3, but try to hold them for a breath at the top. Taking an inhale and lift. Hold, hold, and exhale down. Inhale, lift. Breathe at the top. And exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. And hold. Exhale, drop. Left hand comes behind. Coming up onto the right foot, we're going to come into our side plank. Again, you can drop down to your elbow for this. We're going to add an extension on here. So, staying up in your high plank, bringing the weight into your left foot. We're going to see if we can bend the right knee up and meet the elbow. And inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee to elbow. And extend. Coming forward, high plank. And breathe. Pushing through the hands. Engage through the core. One more breath here. Dropping the knees. And take a child's pose here. Come up, staying where you are, extend the left leg this time, and right leg comes in to the inner thigh. Facing the left leg, we're going to do the same again. So inhale to lift and hold. And exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Breathe at the top. And exhale, drop. Last one, slightly longer hold. Inhale, lift, and hold. Squeeze at the top, and exhale, drop. Right hand comes behind, coming onto our side plank, weight in the left foot. Focusing on the feet, bringing the weight into the right foot now. We're going to exhale and bring the left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reach. And exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reach. And left hand to the mat, forward into your high plank. And hold. Pushing through the hands. Breathing here. Sinking the knees down. And coming into child's pose. We're going to come down now onto our belly, so all the way to the mat, bringing the forehead to the mat and our arms in cactus position. So you want the shoulders in line with the elbows and then the forearms at a 90-degree angle. Nice and wide. Keeping the feet on the floor. We're going to inhale, really use the posterior chain to lift the arms and the shoulders and the head and chest off of the mat. Squeezing here and dropping down. Inhale, lift and hold. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, drop. On this next round, we're going to try and lift the legs with it. So if you have any back issues, making sure your feet are apart, and you can try to lift with the feet together if you want to give it a go. So inhale, lift. Holding here. Hold a little bit longer. And release. One more before we come into our bow pose. Inhale, lift. And hold. One more breath here. And release. You can either stay with this for one more round or bend into the knees, take hold of the outsides of the ankles. Inhale, pushing the ankles into the hands, lifting the thighs, the chest, and bringing the gaze forward. Breathing at the top. And hold. If you're in your locust, staying there. And release down. Coming back into child's pose. Coming up to seated, I'm going to drop our hips over to the left and drop the right leg over the left. So I will face so that you can see what I'm doing. So the left foot bends to the outside of the right hip, right leg comes over. So this is the same as we were doing before, but instead of the leg being straight, the leg is now bent underneath. And hugging that right knee in, twisting to look over our right shoulder. Alternatively, dropping the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and opening out in this twist. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, can you twist any deeper? And release. Switching sides. Trying to keep both sit bones on the mat, hugging the left knee in, and the left hand comes behind to gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, can you sink any deeper into the twist? And release. Coming to the back of the mat here and extend both legs wide. We're going to come into a seated wide leg fold rather than a single leg as we've done for the last few weeks. We'll try a double leg one here. So sitting nice and tall, you can grab a block if you need to. Sitting nice and tall and hinging from the hips here. If your hands just come to here, stay here. But the goal is to walk the fingers a little bit further forward each time. Each out breath, trying to sink a little bit deeper. Engage through the quads, helping you pull down deeper into the stretch. Inhale and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And release, walking the hands slowly back in. Just bring the hands behind you, bend into the knees, keep them nice and wide, and we'll just windscreen wiper the legs here. Wiggle out the hips. When you're ready, come in to lay on your back on the mat. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to come into our bridge here. So heels under the sit bones, a little bit away, hands along the mat, neck nice and long. And inhale, push the lower back in. Peel the spine off of the mat, one vertebra at a time. And at the top, really driving the heels towards your glutes. Engage through the hamstrings. Hold at the top and breathe. And exhale, rolling one vertebra at a time down. Really tuck the tailbone so that comes down last. And inhale, repeat. Flatten the back, tuck the tailbone, roll up. Engage at the top, pulling in those heels. And exhale, release. One vertebra at a time, tuck the tailbone, lower back, and then tailbone comes down. Lifting the legs and rolling the spine back up off the mat, coming into your shoulder stand. Lifting high or keeping the knees bent. Supporting the spine with your hands. Exhale, dropping the feet over the head if you can, or staying up in your shoulder stand. If you need a break at any time, come out and you can go into the bridge or go into Shavasana. Staying here in your plow pose.
Release the hands, lift the toes, engage through the core, and use your hands to help you roll one vertebra at a time back down onto the mat.
Legs along the mat, nice and straight. Hands come underneath the glutes and lift up onto the elbows. Drop the head back in your fish. Open out the chest. Crown of the head on the mat. And release. Hands come alongside the body. Legs long along the mat. Feet apart. Arms away from the body. Taking any final movements here that you need to. If you want to take a twist, do so now. Rolling out the hips. Tucking the knees into the chest. When you're ready, gently closing the eyes. Arms away from the body. Legs along the mat. Feet apart. And finding your stillness here. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Feeling the heart rate come back to normal. And the breath come back to normal. Taking a deep inhale all the way to the belly. And exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale to the belly. Breathing in peace and quiet and still. And exhale through the mouth. Expelling stress and worries of the day. Inhale. Cool and calm. And exhale. Any worries, niggles, and stresses. Coming back to normal breath. Noticing where the ground supports. Under the backs of the heels, the calves, the backs of the legs and the glutes. How the spine is supported at the lower back. How the spine is supported at the tailbone, the middle back, the upper back and the shoulders. Feeling the backs of the hands, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, supported by the ground. The back of the neck heavy, the back of the head supported by your mat. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Alternatively, starting to wiggle into the fingers and toes, circle into the wrists and ankles, bending into the legs, taking hold of your legs, doing baby circles into the hips and back the other way. Gently coming onto one side. And coming up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Inhale at the top and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Rub your hands together. Hover them over your eyes and gently open the eyes, coming back into the room. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you again soon.